Good afternoon, Andy Peets, and thank you for joining us after a fantastic first game in charge, a 6-0 victory over Barwell here at the Lamb this afternoon. You probably would have dreamt of this sort of result, a 6-0 win at home, your first game in charge, and it just goes to show dreams come true.
Yeah, I don't think even I could have dreamt of that, to be honest. I was hoping today they'd put a shift in, put performance in, and try and get a result out of the game. So yeah, to be 5-6 up that into the game late on was absolutely unbelievable.
Now, you said in the press this week that you wanted your sides to show hunger, desire, a passion to go and win a game of football, and they showed that in spades today.
Yeah, they ticked all the boxes. That's what I said again in there before the start. I said, if you can all come off the pitch today and look me in the eye and you've given me the best you've got and we're not good enough on the day, then we deal with it. But I wanted passion, I wanted hunger, I wanted desire, I wanted work, everything, all the fundamentals of football I wanted, and I expect that every week, and they gave me that. I mean, the shape was brilliant. It's about when we lose the ball, the wide players getting back in, making it hard to break down. Everything I asked for, they delivered today.
Well, absolutely. When you're in a situation where you could pick easily 6 or 7 man of the matches coming off the pitch, and we had to give joint man of the matches, it really says it all.
Yeah, who was the joint ones?
Hurst and Bailey.
Okay, yeah, wouldn't disagree. Yeah, well, like you said, you could have picked anyone. Could have been an attacking player, could have been a defensive player, could have been midfielder. Anyway, I thought a lot of them were absolutely outstanding, and that's why we got. If you don't play well as a group, you don't get a result like that.
Go back to earlier in the first half, which not squandered, but we've missed a couple of good chances. Barwell then get a great chance, which is tipped over the bar by Jazz Singh and kept it at 0-0. I bet your heart was in your mouth at that point.
Now, I'd said to him before, I've done a lot of research on the group, and I know they've been good in games, and then something's gone wrong and they fell behind. So I'd said if that happens, we have to bounce back, you have to still have the belief. So that would have been interesting, but luckily we didn't, because you're right, we started off so well, created chances, unlucky, and then, Jazz had to make a good save to keep it at 0-0. So, again, he wins 6-0, but again, he's played his part. Everyone played their part today, and that was a massive save. And like I said, if we'd have gone a goal down, would it have been any different? I don't know. I think the boys had the bit between the teeth today. I would still like to think they'd have come back, but we'll never know, thankfully.
Yeah, thankfully.
Yeah.
Now, you had a strange situation last week where the game was called off very late at Leiston. It actually gave you a bit of time on the coach to bond with the lads, but you'd only had one session, and I'm just wondering whether having that game postponed and then getting 3 sessions with the lads actually benefited you.
Yeah, definitely. We had one session with them, and I went to Leiston. I fancied us at Leiston because I just thought we'd get a reaction anyway, and they'd been good the week before. They got a point here, so I expected it. But the fact it was called off, we'd got there. It couldn't have been called off in the morning, but I think that would have even been a negative because I just got there, it was called off. I spoke to Shamps and Chappers and said, look, we're going to have an hour in the bar, they can have some food, they can have a couple of beers, the ones who wanted to have a beer, and we'll get a bit of bonding, because I listened to them on the coach, they don't really know each other, there's been such a ins and outs too many times of players, and I think it helped them. I think it was a bit of a bonding session. A couple of them said to me on the way back, we've not had this, we've not had nights out, we've not had anything, because there's been such a lot of people coming in and people going out, and I'm a strong believer in getting a good group of lads that all want to be together and want to be here on a Saturday, Tuesday, Thursday, and it's not just a chore, it's not just like a part-time job. They want to enjoy each other's company, and I think that really helped. Obviously then to train Tuesday, Thursday again, I think helped again, and that showed today.
No such luxury ahead of Monday's quick turnaround away for that rearranged game away at Hitchin Town, so it'll be difficult to select the same team again. It's a good job we've got a fairly decent sized squad here.
Yeah, and I was always going to change it later on today with a view to Monday. You always want to get the first game and make sure that's won before I change it. But we had a few knocks today, a few little niggles, so to speak. So we'll look at that over the weekend. But yeah, that's the whole idea, having a good squad. You want a good squad to make. If you have to make some changes, the subs today, 3 come on, all done well. He was going to come on until Coxey got injured and Jordan had to then go to the back. So I've got a good group. So we know we've got some good bench players from today, though we can change it. And as I said to him today before the start, we've got 12, maybe 13, depending on the Biggleswade games left. That's a third of the season. Everyone's going to have to play their part. You never get the same team start the season that finishes it, and that will be the same with this group. They've all got to be prepared to play their part, and if they all come in and play their part, then it will get us where we want to be.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Coming back to Monday, Hitchin, that's a tough test. Tough test going there. They're good at home. They've got some good footballers. Again, I've said before when we played them, I was at Diamonds, I think it's a false position they're in. So, I want them to enjoy tonight. I want them to enjoy your wins, and then tomorrow we're thinking about Monday, because that's another big game.
Yeah, absolutely. What impressed you really the most about the performance today?
The work rate for me, I thought they put an absolute shift in from the first, like even from the first 15 minutes, although we didn't score, the closing down as groups, you know, the whole thing, all the stuff we've been on about, the discipline, you know, all went out to warm up together, all got here on time, all answered the text when I sent them yesterday. That's for me, it's basic discipline, but it needs installing to start with, and you need to get that to get your spirit, and that helped. And then we went out and we're in it together, and to get the goals, I think it gave everyone a little bit of belief. So, you know, every box I wanted ticking, really. Clean sheet as well, which I didn't want to concede late on. I think every box was ticked.
Well, roll on Monday, and it always feels like that when you win a game of football. Congratulations, Andy Peets, for your debut today as manager of Tamworth Football Club, and a fantastic 6-0 victory, and long may it continue.
Yeah, I've had worse days in management, I must admit. So yeah, that was great. There was good support here. Hopefully they've seen what we're all about, and you know, there's going to be ups and downs along the way. We're not always going to be brilliant, and the boys are not always going to play well. But I think as a fan, if you come and they put a shift in like they did today, you go away and say that's what they can do. So hopefully we'll get even more next time we're at home. So yeah, brilliant.
Okay, lovely. Thank you for your time. We'll catch up with you again on Monday.
No worries. Thank you.